Self-Recruitment and Development Service at Portsmouth City Council. This scheme is really important because we did some research back in 2009 and we talked to lots of breastfeeding mums across the city, and one of the things that they were consistently telling us was that a lot of mums didn't feel that comfortable about breastfeeding in public, and they really felt that it would be really useful to have some sort of a scheme where they could identify public areas where they would have a welcome. The Breastfeeding Welcome Scheme is a pilot scheme we've set up. We've set it up around sort of the South Sea area of the city. It identifies cafes that have said that they will welcome breastfeeding families.
My name is Leah Whitford. It's just Billy and I. We live on our own in Stamshire. Breastfeeding Welcome Scheme is brilliant because it allows new-time mums to go to cafes and places in public basically and allow them to know that there is somewhere that they're welcome to breastfeed, especially when their confidence has been a bit knocked with the first child, they're a bit unsure what they want to do. It makes them feel a bit more welcome, I think, to know that you can go somewhere like this in a cafe and you're not going to get bothered by people, the staff aren't going to tell you off, and you just feel a bit more comfortable in public then.
My name's Lynn Timms and I'm the health visitor for breastfeeding in Portsmouth City. It's really important that ladies think about breastfeeding when they're still pregnant. Think about how the first few days and weeks are going to be with their feeding, and also think about the benefits to them and to the baby. There are lots of benefits for babies to breastfeed. We know that they're much less likely to suffer from conditions such as respiratory infections and gastrointestinal upsets, and therefore less likely to be admitted to hospital for those conditions. And that's in part because of the special properties of breastfeeding that protects the baby against these infections. A breastfed baby is much less likely to become overweight. One of the key reasons for this is that the mums, when they're breastfeeding, need to observe the babies and look at the baby's cues as to when it's full. So it's much less likely to overfeed and become overweight. There are lots of benefits to mum for breastfeeding. We know that breastfeeding protects mum against ovarian and breast cancer and for osteoporosis in later life. We also know that some mums describe that they lose their baby weight quicker when they're breastfeeding, because when they're breastfeeding, they're using up the calories.
My experience with breastfeeding was difficult at first, and I think once she was about 3 weeks old I went to my first breastfeeding group, so that was brilliant, and I've been going ever since, every week. It's like religion. It just supports you. Once you know that there's a whole network of women out there that can talk to you about all kinds of different things, not necessarily just breastfeeding, but the whole aspect of raising children, it really boosts your self-confidence.
About 76% of women in Portsmouth actually initiate breastfeeding, but by about 6 weeks we've lost about 35% of that.
One of the important parts of this campaign is to encourage ladies to breastfeed for as long as they feel able to. We'd really like to see babies exclusively breastfeed until at least 6 months. We know that breast milk offers all the optimal benefits for babies in those first few months of life.
Any cafe in the area who's signed up to be part of this board will clearly display that they welcome breastfeeding within their premises, and this is done by window stickers. Their staff are all trained up so that they're very aware that this is a breastfeeding friendly venue. Mums who want to breastfeed in these premises can breastfeed in any public areas. Staff are also offered training, for example, what to do if, say, another customer might make a negative comment or complain about someone breastfeeding, so they know how to sort of deal with that type of situation. And they get a certificate, and also the information will go on, and Portsmouth Hospitals has a website. The website address is tinyurl.com/pompeybaby. So all a mum has to do is look at this website, see where she'll be very welcome to breastfeed, and then pop along to that establishment. Women are entitled by law to breastfeed in public, but this is something that not everybody is actually aware of.
That's why this campaign is particularly useful, to raise the awareness of breastfeeding in Portsmouth, to make breastfeeding more visible and more acceptable as a normal way to feed a baby.
It's brilliant, it's just outstanding. There's nothing, you can't bottle it, it is liquid gold, isn't it? So, yeah.
And And one of the main benefits of this campaign is to create a breastfeeding and baby-friendly welcome in Portsmouth so that mums feel happy to breastfeed.
One of the ways we're going to assess if this study or this initiative has been a success is by asking some breastfeeding mums to go into these establishments that have signed up for the award and actually go in and experience breastfeeding in those establishments. So really a mystery shopper type system we've set up, and then they can feed back to the group about what their experience was like.